Yo, check the mic, 1, 2, you know the name. Kash is Korner, stepping in the wrestling game. From bell to SmackDown, be raw. We breaking down holes, breaking every law. Championship dreams, the struggle and the strife. We talking victories and the cuts of the knife. Every suplex, every pin, every broken hold. Stories of the ring, stories yet untold. From Raw to SmackDown, we analyze the scene. Who's taking the title? Who's the wrestling king? Defeats and triumphs, we lay it on the line. Kash's Korner, where wrestling's always prime. So lace up your boots and step into the heat. This is the podcast, you can't be beat. Kash Korner. Kash's Korner. Yo, check the mic.
Welcome back to Kash Corner Wrestling Talk. Today we are going to recap Money in the Bank and do our pick for Night of Champions, which is tonight at 1.
It's today. It's in less than an hour. Why does my camera always do that? Why do you break my camera for?
I can do that. You have this.
Kash's Korner. We are back on a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back talking some wrestling. Got a little just a real quick. We're not going to spend too much time. Real quick recap. Money in the Bank. Not only that, but we also just went to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
What up, Michael? Michael Copeland, anything? Good to see you, little homie. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out everywhere. bio.link/nonsensical network. All them links are there. So,
what do you want to
we want to go ahead and we could just kind of, we don't have to go over every single match, just kind of briefly hit on Money in the Bank.
Yeah, maybe who won the Money in the Bank match.
Did you like Money in the Bank?
Yeah, it was. The Money in the Bank matches were awesome. Then the single matches, they were all right. They weren't the best. I feel like they were a little boring sometimes.
I like the ladder matches.
Yeah.
No surprise. Seth Rollins won.
Yeah.
No surprise. Well, actually, a big fucking surprise in the women's Money in the Bank that Naomi won. Yeah. Did she cash in last night, or did she try to cash in?
She tried to cash in, but Tiffany stopped it. She for the mystery at the time we didn't know who the last person was for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. For the men's, it was Grande Americano.
Chad Grande Americano Gable. Jesus. Gracias.
And for the woman, it was.
Was it Julia?
No, she was already on. I think it was Stephanie Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, it was Stephanie Valkyrie. That's right. I wouldn't have been mad if she won.
Yeah.
But no, shocking. That was a huge shot that Naomi won it all. But Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso clearly beat John Cena and Logan Paul. Obviously, we all know.
The return of R-Truth.
What up, Blaze? Wrestling fans.
I wonder if the whole release thing for our truth was just for the story or it was real. And
our truth came out and said it was 100% real. Like and John Cena even said the same thing. That's why they had their match on main event, on Saturday Night Main Event, was because John Cena wanted to work with our truth one last time because he knew that his contract was up and they weren't going to re-sign him. But the fans, the Triple H and Stephanie McMahon heard the fans and brought him back. And I love that we get this new R Truth. Yeah. Ron Killings finally. Not that I loved fun R Truth, but I like this new R Truth.
Yeah, the more serious one. Then there was the women's IC title.
I mean, these were in interviews and stuff like that. Yeah, women's IC title.
I was like, wait. I was confused because I thought that was an X. I was like, no. Then where she won at?
So we made our picks for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Becky did win the IC title back.
We made our picks for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And who won for Money in the Bank last month?
Yeah, by one.
It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or if you win by 100.
By 1.
It's okay. You don't have nothing to be ashamed of. Ask Michael. He loses to me all the time.
Michael sucks.
No, but you did call it because we both wanted to pick Penta to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and you said this was going to be the one that cost you because you went with your heart instead of your.
I feel like there were so many better choices in that.
Yeah, but the men's Money in the Bank match, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was cool because you got to see Jacob Fatu and JC interfere, and then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I mean, because it just turned into all hell breaking loose.
That just reminded me when you said Jacob Fatu came out. Jacob Fatu did betray.
Finally.
Said, I hate you.
I hate you, Soto.
And threw him through. Tapped him, then put him through a lot.
You will too. I'm not gonna lie. You'll kick my ass on a billiards table. I got no shame in admitting that. I suck at pool. So before we, they
need to do something with Elaine Knight because he's been in the Money in the Bank 3 years in a row, and he's been screwed over each time.
Yeah.
You're gonna put him in there. Let him win it.
Eventually he'll get a push. Right now there's too much going on. So after Money in the Bank, we finally got what I've been waiting for since John Cena announced his retirement. And that's the renewal of the John Cena CM Punk rivalry. Which, did you know this? They are 6-6 against each other. They both won 6 matches. They both lost 6 matches. They have 1 no contest and 1 count out in their matches. So so we finally got to see it. We've seen them going back and forth the last couple weeks. John Cena put CM Punk through a table and cut a CM Punk promo last week.
Then CM Punk coming out last night as I can't. What was it?
He came out as Cena. He was Punkonomics. Yeah. He came out as the doctor with John Cena's old gimmick, Dr. Thugonomics, when he would come out and rap and wear the big oversized jerseys and stuff like that. CM Punk came out and because John stole his pipe bomb. I can't think. I've lost it. Promo last week. So CM and I'll tell you what, CM Punk did a great job last night. Stealing Cena's and last night was the 14-year anniversary to the day of CM Punk's infamous pipe bomb promo.
Yeah. Girls come back last night? The girls come back last night?
Not that I'm aware of. So,
I
we've had the King of the Ring tournament and the Queen of the Ring tournament going on. Been a lot of good matches in that.
Yeah.
I'll say Monday night in the semifinals, and even last Friday, Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton was good. But Monday night, Jay Uso and Cody Rhodes absolutely tore the roof off.
We got to see that.
We did get to see that. We got to see that live, and I got a little something for you guys watching. Good to the win after all. It's yeeting. Everybody yeeting. They were yeeting in Columbus, Ohio. We had a good time at Raw. Got to see Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso tear the roof off the building.
So, another good match that night was Penta and Braun.
I think I was able to get it before I got yelled at. The Penta strut. I got it before we got yelled at.
Stupid dude yelling at everybody.
Yes, I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw, I got a couple more here. Oh yeah, an hour. Well, I think we were an hour before the show. Hour before the show, as the arena's filling up, the crowd was already chanting.
Let's go see us sing with them.
Yeah, singing us, singing. God damn. And then one more. I got a bunch of pictures and videos, but
what's the top
one? I can't remember what the top one is. I was Austin losing her mind for Rhea Ripley coming out. 1, 2, 3. That was the main event.
No.
But I got a ton of videos and pictures from.
I kind of like the match because they were working in the background.
Oh, maybe that. Well, you know what? I think that was the Penta Ron Breaker match. Yeah. But we had I mean, what was your favorite thing of Monday Night Raw outside of being there and seeing it live?
Probably seeing the Jay and Cody match. Seeing Jay and Cody in person, like seeing them
live in the building. They're actual real people.
It was because I always thought, like, you know how like they will cut to commercial, and when they're coming out and like they're still playing their theme song, I always thought they just continue playing it throughout that. I was like, that's annoying to sing that theme song for that long time.
Well, it depends on if you like the superstar, like Cody Rhodes' theme or Penta's theme or Jay's theme, you know, like depending upon the theme song. If they just played it throughout the commercial break, I don't think too many people would mind. Or Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, but they just stop it and then we can get it right back on, like when they cut back into this arena.
And we're already making plans for the next time WWE comes to Columbus. We're gonna go.
We need to make signs.
We're gonna try to get down a little bit closer. Our seats weren't bad. that's the great thing about Nationwide Arena. There's no such thing as a bad seat.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to get a little bit closer next time. And the one thing that I forgot that I'm still kind of mad about is I didn't take my belts with me.
Yeah.
I should have taken at least one of my belts.
You could have taken that one.
Yeah, I mean, I could have taken this one and let you carry it because it's a lot lighter than that one. But I definitely, the next time we go to wrestling, I'm definitely taking one of these.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing I was upset about. But other than that, Raw was awesome. It was it was a fun experience, especially to get to go and take the kids and everything like that. And this one over here was actually he was a little bit more into the live event than I expected him to be. So I wish I could have got more video of the matches and of their reactions and stuff like that. But there was a camera Nazi floating around, and God forbid you had your phone out because he was going to jump your shit, even though you're allowed to take pictures at Nationwide Arena and at WWE events. It says so in their guideline and their rules online. And this fucking prick was walking up and down through aisles, walking on top of people and shit like that to yell at people. But nonetheless, he didn't ruin the night. He didn't ruin the event. So, anything else you got for Monday Night Raw that you want to talk about?
No.
I wish CM Punk would have been there.
Yeah. We did. There was an interview with. I wish Goldberg would have came out.
Oh yeah, Goldberg's back. Yeah, Goldberg came out 2 Mondays ago and confronted Gunther, and they're having a championship match at Saturday Night Main Event here in a couple weeks. Yeah.
The day right after my birthday.
Yeah. That Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I've always been a Goldberg fan. Even though he's kind of like Brock Lesnar, he's just got a couple go-to moves and then the match is over.
Yeah.
So, but he's always been one of my favorites. And Gunther found out he's next. You're next.
Yeah.
Gunther. Frankenstein. That's his Blaze called you. So, yeah, no, that's not the only thing I wish would have been different at Monday Night Raw was if Punk would have been there. Or if Punk and Cena would have been there, that would have been pretty cool. But nonetheless.
The most boring part of the night was Gunther coming out.
Yeah, it was kind of pointless.
I was going to fall asleep right there.
Yeah. That was kind of pointless. He's just so boring, man. Because I don't know why they're giving him such a big push.
Yeah, that was so annoying seeing him get the title back.
Yeah, Jay losing the title, to him.
He should have. He's not talented at all.
But he's talented. He's just boring.
He only uses the same move, a pattern of them.
Chops, sleeper hold, powerbomb, clothesline, boot.
It's just kind of annoying seeing him get it when there's way more talented people that need that that should get that championship instead of him, because he's had it for.
Well, I feel like Goldberg will win it at main event, and then he'll turn around and lose it right back.
I don't think it's for the championship.
Yeah, it's for the championship.
It is?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's for the championship.
That would be cool to see him have it and have it for like a good amount of days and not lose it to Gunther.
No, I don't think Goldberg will have it for a long time because he's on a Legends contract, so he just makes appearances here and there. And I think he said this might be his last match, so I imagine he'll win, and then Seth Rollins will come out and cash in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And then fucking Seth Rollins will have the championship.
I won't be mad at that. I will not be mad at anybody for getting it, as long as it's not Gunther.
Gunda, the ring general. Yeah, like I said, They're doing the same thing with Gunther that I feel that they did with Roman. They're just trying to force him down our throats and make him a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And he's just, I don't know. Like I said, he's talented in the ring. He's just kind of, it's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins would be a good champion because he's charismatic and good on the mic, and he'll actually perform.
And he will actually, because he's Gunther. He's like, no, I'm not putting it on the line.
Yeah.
You gotta work. Seth Rollins, he will go right away.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it, he says, let's do it. Well, at least that's what he used to do. I don't know if it's going to be him.
Exactly. So I wanted to
else before we get to the picks.
I don't think so. I wanted to bring up. Where the hell's it at? There it is. Okay, cool.
Huh?
I wanted to bring up the King of the Ring tournament stuff.
Oh, I have it right here.
Yeah, no, I wanted to bring up the tournament. So so we could talk about those first. So you got the they're kind of throwing because King of the Ring used to be its own pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And they're just
now they're doing it at Night of the Champions.
Yeah, so we got Night of Champions is getting ready to come on here real soon, about a half hour. On Peacock for anybody who is a wrestling fan and wants to watch it. It's on Peacock at 1 p.m. today. So the Queen of the Ring tournament, they had 4 first round matches. They were all fatal 4-ways. Roxanne Perez, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, returning Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. They all won their respective fatal 4-way matches. Went on into the semifinals with Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez and Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, which Asuka won that. And Jade Cargill won her match. So now we have today in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament, Jade versus Asuka. Not only do you become Queen of the Ring, but you also have a championship opportunity next month at SummerSlam, right?
I think it's in August.
Well, yeah, August. I'm sorry. It's not July yet. I'm already thinking it's July. Yes. In August at SummerSlam, you earn a championship match.
I think this week goes into July because there's only 31 days in June.
Yeah, it's almost July.
Yeah.
So
by the end of this week, it's gonna be. My gosh, it's getting so close to it.
So first match of the night, or the first match we're gonna talk about, the Queen of the Ring finals, Jade versus Asuka.
Who are you going with?
I am going to go with Jade. This is where Jade gets her push and goes on for a solo championship match. I do love Asuka. She's one of my favorites, but I think Jade takes the victory in this one.
I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm going Jade too. I think she's gonna win and go on to face Tiffany, and she will win, but then Naomi's gonna cash in.
Oh, that would be a fun little plot twist with their storyline.
Because she said, if you win, I'm gonna ruin one of the most important days of your life.
Yeah. Yep, I could see that happen. That would be a fun little storyline twist.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite end, the men's King of the Ring tournament, which was actually really cool because you had the same thing. You had the first round had four fatal 4-way matches. that Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso won their respective matches. Now, mind you, these 4 guys are really good friends.
Yeah.
They're all close. So that led into the semifinals with Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton.
Which Randy Orton would go on to win.
Yep, Randy Orton went on to win that match. And Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso, which we already said we got to see live, which was I think Randy said it best last night. That is a match of the year.
Yeah.
At next year, that should definitely be in the running for match of the year.
Yeah.
At the Slammies.
I really wanted, if Jey would have won, I would have wanted Cody to turn heel, like, because if you were watching, you could see that the heel coming in.
Yeah, there was potential, possible, but it didn't happen, which is awesome. Which leads us to the men's King of the Ring final with 2 guys who are legitimately best friends.
Yeah.
They are friends in and out of the ring. Randy was a mentor to Cody when Cody was first coming into the business. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. Randy Orton and Cody. Man, I don't know if I want to call it yet because Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are gonna have one hell of a match. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be, in my opinion, this will be a contender for my favorite match of the day today. Going into this because this is a match that I've wanted to see, and I was hoping it would have been for the championship.
Yeah.
But this is something that I know I'm not the only fan out there that has been waiting impatiently to see Cody and Randy tie it up in the ring. So, who are you picking?
I'm going Randy. But if Randy does win, he's going and Cena wins his match later on, which we'll get to.
Mm-hmm.
They will have another match because they said at Backlash that one last time, so this will probably be the one last time. Then if they both go on to win their match.
Yeah, man. A part of me wants to say Randy with you, but I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes becomes the new King of the Ring and goes on. And if Punk doesn't win tonight or today, then Cody Rhodes gets his title back from Cena. But I'm gonna go with Cody. I want to go with Randy, but I'm gonna go Cody.
You're gonna be cheering. So you're gonna.
I won't be mad. I won't be mad either way. Whoever wins, but I also don't want us picking the same in every single match, which is what you're gonna do.
No.
Yeah. You can't stand to lose.
Where do you want to go to next?
We can go to Rhea and Raquel if you want.
You already know who I'm picking.
Yeah. Rhea, Raquel, street fight. We all know the storyline with Rhea, Liv, Raquel. They keep interfering in people's matches. And now Roxanne Perez, dumbass, is in wannabe Judgment Day member.
Maybe being the new tag team partner for Raquel.
Yeah, possibly. This is a storyline that has been going on forever with Rhea, Liv, Raquel. I'm going to go with Rhea in this one. I'm with you. More than likely, it's going to be Raquel because it's a street fight, and Roxanne Perez is going to interfere.
I would like to see somebody come out and help, but I don't really know who it could be.
That would be cool if it was Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Rhea in that match. Any of you guys that may or may not be wrestling fans, if you've never, they are in the kingdom of, what is it? They're in Riyadh.
Yeah,
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And if you're a casual wrestling fan and you haven't seen them, they've been doing a lot of pay-per-views and Riyadh lately. And if you haven't seen it, tune in and check out the women's matches because obviously with their laws and religious beliefs, women have to be completely covered. And the women come out with some amazing freaking attire.
Yeah.
The way that they put it together, and that way they're all covered up and they abide by whatever they have to do. So I'm curious to see what Rhea comes out in tonight, and Asuka and Jade and Raquel, because the designers for their outfits never fail when they're in Riyadh. So
yeah.
What you know?
We can go to. I'm gonna Sami Zayn.
We got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
I forgot to say this when we were over at the King of the Ring. Jay has been having a match like back to back lately.
Yeah.
And putting on an awesome performance.
Yeah, Jay's been pretty busy lately with his WWE schedule.
Because he starts a match, goes into another match, and all those that he's beat up, he still always puts on an awesome match. Just forgot to say that at the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah, Jay's been busy. So we got Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, I'm glad he's finally getting a match on a pay-per-view. Hopefully this will lead to more for Karrion. He's been lurking backstage, talking, getting in AJ's ear, getting in Sammy's ear, getting in the New Day's ear, getting into who else? And the funny thing about it is, and I think you and I talked about this. Whoever Karrion Kross is talking to, his hairstyle matches.
Yeah.
There. So,
I'm going with Kross. As much as I want to go with Sammy, I'm going with.
You're going with Karrion Kross. I'm going to go with Karrion Kross too, because because I don't know, man. WWE has to do something with this guy at some point. And we also talked about it would be really cool if they put a faction together with Shinsuke Nakamura, Aleister Black, and Karrion Kross. That would be a badass faction.
Yeah.
That would be a dominating faction at the end of the day. So, but I'm going to go with Kross on that one as well.
Do you got anything else about that?
No, because that match is just kind of, it's one of those ones that it's long overdue for Kross to finally get some matches in and stuff like that. And I'm glad it's happening tonight at Night of Champions.
We're gonna move on to Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. championship, and Jacob will be defending it. Ever since Jacob left the bloodline, I guess, I don't know what they're called anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what it is anymore.
We all knew it would be a match, and I'm really hoping it will be a good match. Like, they're not gonna make it a boring match, and like.
I think this is going to be a really good match. Obviously, JC's going to get involved. Did Jimmy decide to go with Solo last night? No, that he didn't, because JC attacked him from behind because he smacked the hell out of him. Yeah. Jimmy smacked the taste out of his mouth.
I'm going with Jacob. I want him to reach.
So JC's going to get involved in this match.
Then Jimmy might come out.
But does Jimmy come out and
help
swerve and help Solo, and Solo wins? I want to say Jacob Fatu, but I'm going to go Solo so that I don't get called a copycat. Cash is just over here just making his picks before we even get to him, so it doesn't matter. Again, Cash over here, much like Blaze, just making up rules as we go.
It's not my fault. I wanted to go ahead and
I'll fuck with you, Blaze. That's why I'm the champ.
And then the main event tonight. Wait,
The main event tonight. I want to say something. It's Night of Champions.
Yeah.
There's 2 championship matches. You should have the women's titles being defended. You should have the Why are they not giving the tag team champions any pay-per-view love?
It's weird.
The,
and they have the SmackDown with that tag team championship. Why not make it a ladder match tonight, maybe? Like, have the tag teams up in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Fatal 4-way ladder match.
Yeah.
Or TLC match or something. Why are they not giving the tag team championship no freaking love?
Like,
I mean, on either brand, because you have on Raw fucking New Day, and I don't think they've defended their title, but what, one time since they won it?
Only once.
Yeah.
And they did this on SmackDown for the tag team titles around WrestleMania when they had that ladder match. Not even at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. And SmackDown, the tag team division on SmackDown, I think the tag team division on SmackDown is on fire right now. I mean, you have DIY, the Wyatt Six. You've got
Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, my favorites, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits, Axiom. They're in SmackDown now. And those guys are awesome. Who else is there?
I think that's all.
I thought there was 1 or 2 more.
Pretty Deadly.
Oh yeah, Pretty Deadly. Los Elgato. Humberto Angel, and but I mean the tag team division is absolutely on fire in SmackDown. I can't think of their names. Los Elgato or something like that.
I do not know.
But they're getting no love on the pay-per-views. And it's Night of Champions. And there's literally 2 championship matches.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's really called Night of Champions.
And even over on Monday Night Raw, you have the War Raiders, the New Day,
and A-Town, and that's all. And
A-Town Down Under,
and Judgment Day,
and Judgment, and JD and Finn.
It's only 4 tag teams.
But still,
I feel like they need to do something with them. But it's really called Night of the Champions.
We should have more than 2 championship matches.
Like, get rid of the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. Put that in that pay-per-view they literally have for those matches, and put a championship match right there. It's just stupid sometimes. But if you got anything else to say before we move on to the main event?
No, that's it. The main, the event of the year.
The main event for Night of Champions for the Punk versus Cena for the Universal or Undisputed.
What is that? They changed the damn names around so goddamn much.
I'm pretty sure it's the Undisputed Championship.
It is, yeah. The Undisputed WWE Championship. I don't know. Universal Undisputed Heavyweight. I don't know. We're going to call it.
It used to be the Universal because there's the black belt and the blue belt. But Roman had that, so he didn't have. They combined it so he didn't have to carry Ryan all the time, so they combined it.
Yeah. So the Undisputed WWE Championship match.
I'm really hoping it's an awesome match.
I think this is going to be an awesome match. Cena and Punk throughout the years have never disappointed. They always put on good matches. They always cut really good promos. They always do a great storyline together. So this is what I've been waiting for since Cena announced his retirement. I wanted one more run with
Yeah.
CM Punk and John Cena.
Yeah.
And I am a huge CM Punk fan. And I know CM Punk is probably not going to win tonight, but I'm still picking CM Punk. The Second City Saint, the best in the world, CM Punk, who has absolutely been killing it since he came back to WWE. However, I could see Seth Rollins, Money in the Bank, cash in on CM Punk too, because they don't like each other at all. But I'm going with CM Punk in that match, even though I don't think he's going to win. But I can't pick John Cena.
I'm going with Punk too. That's it. 4. I'm going with Punk, but 4, since it doesn't end up as a tie, I'm changing my pick in the Sammy and Cross match.
No, you don't have to change your pick. A pick is a pick. If we end in a tie, we end in a tie. You don't have to change your picks.
I'm gonna do it because I don't know.
I mean, you still got time, but you don't have to. You don't have to change your pick.
Yeah.
If we end in a tie, we end in a tie. It's not that big a deal.
What are they talking about?
Talking something about Stone Cold. So we're both going Punk. Of course, I'm going CM Punk. That's my guy. Oh, they're talking about the Monday Night Wars, and probably King of the Ring, because Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he won the King of the Ring, he did that famous promo where he was like, Austin 3, you got your Psalms, whatever, your John's 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So that might be what they're talking about. You'll have to YouTube Stone Cold winning King of the Ring to see the promo. One of the greatest of all times right there. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I'd like to see one more match.
He said that he wants to have one more match. So, yeah, he did an interview, or maybe it was on his podcast or something like that.
No, I saw it was at WrestleMania.
He did an interview or something, and he said that he wanted to have. There it is. That was it. Well, that was just the end of it, but yeah, he said he wanted to have one more match. So, I mean, he did have the match with Kevin Owens a few years back. So,
I'd like to see him and Rock go at it one more time.
Yeah, I would love to see Stone Cold one
last time.
One more match between The Rock and Stone Cold. So, with that being said, we got our picks in. We are 10 minutes away from Night of Champions.
Yeah.
We got our picks in. Talked about going to Monday Night Raw. We talked about Money in the Bank. We've talked about Night of Champions. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Well, then, tell these sons of bitches goodbye.
Thank you for watching Cash's Corner. We will be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we should be back in 2 weeks.
Okay. Unless plans change, we might not. Maybe 3 weeks. You never know.
We'll be back when we're back.
Yeah.
Hopefully in 2 weeks.
Yeah. When we're back, we will be doing a recap for Night of Champions, and maybe doing a pick for Saturday night main event. Maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And Cash brought up a big thing, a point to me when we were coming back from. Was it yesterday when we went to the store?
Yeah.
That SummerSlam will be the 1-year anniversary for Cash's Corner this year, because that was the first episode of Cash's Corners when we did our SummerSlam picks last year.
Yeah.
So I need to look and see what that date was. But we will do the 1 year thing for SummerSlam because that's when we started doing this show. So
And
it's already been a year, almost.
in 35 days.
45 days. So
Because they said 36, I think. But I don't think that's right. It's just weird that they put the King and Queen tournament into Night of Champions.
yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But all right, so we'll be back in a couple weeks. Yeah. Got anything else?
Nope.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching.
So quick.
Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you haven't already, go ahead and check us out on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Shows are live all the time on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, and turn them notifications on, ring our bells. That way you know when we do what we do. And you can come hang out with us live, get in the chatter's box, shoot the shit, all that fun jazz. And don't forget, we are also on all the podcasting platforms. What is your obsession with this remote?
You can't
We are on all the podcasting platforms. You can check us out there, listen to the replays, and we are all up to date. I got all the shows uploaded as of Wednesday, so we are up to date with that. I'll be back tonight for Nonsensical Nonsense Open Door Challenge. Make sure you guys tune in for that and come hang out. And if you're feeling extra froggy, feel free to jump on the show, on the panel. Sundays are quiet. Mondays, I think, are quiet for the time being. Tuesday, Glick's House of Music, I'll be back. Don't know what exactly I'm doing. I'm going to reach out to a couple friends this week and see if they would be available to come hang out Tuesday night and talk about some stuff that they're working on, some projects they're doing, and all that fun jazz. Wednesday, Wild Card Wednesday. We never know what's going to happen. We never know who's going to be there, but I think I'll be there. Thursday nights are a little low key right now as well. And then Friday, Nonsense and Chill, Blaze and Michael talking all things movies. Speaking of Blaze, shout out to Blaze. Last night we had a really good time with our monthly trivia. Blaze always does a fantastic job with the questions, and it always gets a little rambunctious in there from time to time. But yours truly is still on his reign of terror, absolutely dominating and bitch slapping the competition. Even when they try to change the rules up and try to screw me out of it. No, we have a good time on trivia, on Nonsense and Chill. Blaze does a great job. So check out all the shows. Give us a follow. Give us a like. And if you're watching the replays, drop a like and drop a comment. That's a great way to support us. It helps us in the algorithms and puts us in people's eye holes and ear holes. So with that being said, y'all, I will see you in a few short hours. Enjoy your Saturday. And remember, 9 out of 10 grannies approve. So be good or be good at it, baby.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. New spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds a tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street. Nonsensical network. work always on repeat.